In this video, I will show you how to access academic research GPTs like Consensus GPT, and I will briefly discuss some of their capabilities for research, teaching, and learning in higher education. There are a couple different ways to access ChatGPT. If you are not a student in my course or part of my research team, you can go to openai.com. Scroll down until you see ChatGPT. You'll see their different subscription models listed. There's also a link to the desktop app, which is currently only available on Mac. There is also a link for ChatGPT EDU. It is yet to be seen whether ChatGPT EDU will address any of the design-induced challenges it brought to higher education. Because of these design-induced challenges that have directly impacted academic integrity, the development of human-centric skills, and even the quality of teaching and learning in higher education, I do not recommend using the free version of ChatGPT, which is version 3.5. I only recommend using ChatGPT 4, which comes with the ChatGPT Plus or Teams subscriptions or higher. If you are one of my students or are on my research team, you can access ChatGPT through the Teams invite I sent to your Gmail. You can click on Join Workspace and log in here, or you can simply go to chatgpt.com and click Login. There are other login options for Microsoft and Apple. But again, if you're on my team, click Continue with Google. And of course, if this is your first time, you will be logging in with your Google credentials. In the ChatGPT 4 user interface, there are a couple different versions of ChatGPT available. You can pull each of these up in a different screen, run the same prompt, and compare the outputs. In the current version of ChatGPT, the chat history menu is located in the upper left corner. This is also where access to the custom GPTs is currently located. As you can see, I already have some academic research GPTs pinned to my menu, but if this is your first time, you'll want to click on Explore GPTs, and you can search by name for Consensus, Scholar AI, Scholar GPT, or SciSpace. Go ahead and click on the GPT. You can start the chat, and here is where you can pin it to your menu. Given that I have used and experimented with these for thousands of hours over the past year for teaching and learning and writing a textbook, I know that Consensus is the most robust, trustworthy, and reliable research GPT that is currently available for academia, teaching, learning, and research. Having a GPT linked to an academic database mitigates some of the design-induced challenges brought to higher education by ChatGPT because students and educators can verify and validate the knowledge and information the GPT is producing. However, as thoroughly discussed in my textbook, while these GPTs do have advanced capabilities, I recommend only using them in tandem with traditional academic databases at this point as part of self-regulation and as a way to gain deeper research insights. Because while these AR-GPTs can access knowledge rapidly and from multiple disciplines, it's not yet the same as going to an academic database and thoroughly researching for specific research articles or sources, but this definitely does have advantages when used strategically. GPTs like Consensus and their academic databases are advancing rapidly in their capabilities. It is a very streamlined process compared to traditional academic databases when searching for research or knowledge. For example, if you have a subscription to Consensus app, you can access various tools like AI snapshots and even a citation tool that allows you to easily cite an article in your preferred format or style. But as I mentioned, one of the biggest strengths is the ability to verify research and validate knowledge that the GPT is producing. Check, check, check. The other big strength of these AR-GPTs is arming students with the skills to use these advanced tools to augment and enhance their own knowledge, skills, and abilities, where instead of being unidirectionally delivered knowledge from a textbook or instructor, they can find and apply research and knowledge in ways that are meaningful and relevant to their own needs, goals, and contexts. If you think back to the advances and affordances of the printing press, these new generative AI tools have the same ability to democratize the access to advanced knowledge and research, which may be disruptive to higher education in some ways, but as thoroughly discussed in my book, when used strategically for teaching, learning, and research, can create synergies between students, educators, and generative AI systems that are sustainable for higher education. In this video, you learned how to access ChatGPT, how to access academic research GPTs like Consensus, which is the custom GPT and database my team and my students will be using for projects. And I gave you a glimpse into the power of these advanced AI tools to create self-regulated and self-directed learners that work together to create co-regulated learning between students, educators, and generative AI systems that can produce sustainable synergies for higher education. In the next video, I will dive deep into the various ways to use Consensus GPT to enhance and augment teaching, learning, and research.